Knicks Rehab.
Y'all think Jalen Brunson had a say in whether Karl-Anthony Towns was traded here for Julius Randle? Or do y'all think Leon Rose just did that off the cuff?
I don't think Jalen Brunson had no say in that.
Okay.
No, you asked a question.
Not with Dante. Not with Dante.
Okay.
I think they couldn't tell him Dante was involved because he would tell Dante. You know what I'm saying? Like then you know what I'm saying? I don't think, but
because remember that move happened like 1, 2 in the morning or some crazy shit.
Yeah, but they tried to trade Randle and Mitch during draft night. So they knew it was in the air. They've been talking to them. We have a video up from like 2 years ago. They were talking about this. So they knew it was in the air. Who you going to trade Cat for? How you going to trade for Cat? You got to trade Randle. So it was in the air, but you got to trade somebody alongside with him. And initially they wanted to trade Mitch with him. And I guess Brunson was comfortable with that. I don't know if I see what Flea is saying. I don't know if he has that much pull. We gave him that. We say he does.
I'm just saying because you bringing in his second best player. Like, let's think about this. The guy took a pay cut. You bringing him in to make him your franchise guy. You are now changing the quote unquote running mate, but you're going to change the running mate under, behind his back, so to say, from what y'all are saying. Because the people in the chat and from what y'all are saying, this happened at 2 a.m. Brunson wasn't aware. He's not aware of the second best player being traded away, and we about to change some things up. So what I'm asking is, like, yeah, we can continue to kill Cat all we want. Brunson had no clue that his running mate going forward was going to be Karl-Anthony Towns. He had no say in that whatsoever. Our franchise guy.
But those are
don't.
That's two different questions, though.
Yeah, that's two different.
They could have let him know, but I don't think he had a.
I don't know about that.
So I think they let him know, like, hey, we about to make this trade and get Karl-Anthony Towns, and I don't think he had a say. So I don't think he could have went, well, I don't think you should do this. I think they may have made him aware, but I don't think he had any say so as far as like stopping the trade or letting him know I don't want this trade. No, I don't think he has that powerfully. Not at that time. I don't think so.
And he's been okayed it. I don't think he was okayed it recently. He's been said, yeah, bring Cat over here. He could shoot that, whatever they think about him, whatever everybody thought about him before, or most people thought about Karl-Anthony Towns before he became a Knick. But as far as stopping the trade at that point, or like, maybe I'm not understanding the bigger point the bigger picture you're trying to put me on to, Flea. Because even if he does have say so, like, what does that mean?
I mean, the bigger picture is like we could be frustrated, coaches could be frustrated. Front office could be frustrated, but I don't want to act like Brunson doesn't have say so in what's going on in terms of the roster construction going forward, right? Since he's been here and he heard Flea talking about do it again, and he's been doing it again every season. Like, why would they not start entrusting him to have a say so? Like, this Nova Knicks thing doesn't happen by accident, but now you have no say so. And if Cat comes here. Like, don't piss on me and tell me it's raining. Like, you can't do that. You can't construct the team and have familiar players around him. And then when you trade Randle and bring in Cat, who's supposed to take us over the hump, the guy who's supposed to take us over the hump is brought in here. Jalen Brunson has no word that that's going to happen. No, what you think about this? How do you feel like this is going to fit? Jalen Brunson has no say-so in Tibbs being fired. Like, either he has power or he doesn't. I can't get with y'all in this. He's the king of New York or he's the prince. Which one is he? Because the prince got a little say-so, but the king, he's going to throw his dick on the table and say, yo, this is me. What's up? Like, so y'all let me know who is this nigga really? Because I can't get with everybody else being blindsided that Cat came in here and Brunson has no idea about this. I'm not with that.
I think if he didn't want him here, he wouldn't have came here. He's on the court saying like, nah, his game is like it'll spread the floor. Everything they were talking about. There was nothing that I think Jalen Brunson couldn't see. He's thinking to himself, if they ask him, nah, I'm okay with that. If it's somebody that he doesn't get along with, he has a history with, somebody he thinks just outright, that's not good for us. He doesn't fit Tibbs' system or whatever his position would have been on countering it, a negative towards it. I think he could have vocalized it, and they had to factor it in. But to your point, Flea, you know, we all on the Brunson high horse. I don't know if he gets the, you know, we seen Tibbs basically get snubbed. Like I said, for them to bring Cat here, they had to make sure that Tibbs and Cat were cool, and that was going back the year before Cat got here. Him and Tibbs made up, so that was
all
a couple
of that
years in the making.
conversation is happening minus Jalen Brunson.
No,
we know the history of Tibbs and Cat. So you telling me that how they trying to make that happen is happening minus the leader of the team, the best player of the team, the captain?
I can't be.
Like, I can't.
No, but it can't be. But they all on the CAA. They got the same agency, the one that his godfather sold his agency to. So if he does, what does that mean in terms of this press conference, Flea? Like, I'm trying to understand that point from you, from what you're saying. Like, maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I'm slow. I don't know. No,
my only point is that I think the overblown thing of they don't get along, that, you know, OG is saying that he's been saying they don't get along for a long time.
Right.
What I'm saying is that how could a guy like Karl-Anthony Towns be traded here as the second best player and Jalen Brunson have no say-so in this and that coming in? He knew what he was getting into, is what I'm saying. Don't be the nigga to turn your back on me now that shit is hitting the fan. You knew what's up, nigga. You knew you wanted me here. Now you turning your back on me because we hitting a rough spot. I got an issue with that if you're the captain, is what I'm saying. That's my point.
I understand what you're saying, and let me just make this clear. When I say Brunson doesn't like Cat, I don't think it's personal. I don't think Cat is a bad guy. I don't think Cat did anything to Jalen Brunson personally, physically, to make him hate him. I'm saying as a basketball player, I think the whole team looks at Cat and says, bruh, we don't like playing with you. I don't know what else people want to say. How many times we sit up here and say Cat gets on our nerves? How many times does the chat say Cat get on our nerves? I see some people in the chat say make the trade now. So if we feel like that, if we see what's going on, imagine playing alongside him. We've seen how many players call him out in real time. We've seen it numerous times. So I don't understand how all of us and the chat, because we all gonna hold each other accountable, I don't understand how we all of a sudden is just flipping now. Bruh, when I say they don't like each other, I don't mean personally. They all seem like good guys, but when I say basketball, we have a 7-footer that can't defend, that don't block shots, don't hold it down. That's a fact. So for me, I just think what Cat was brought here to do, last season he had a good season. This season was supposed to be our year, to go to the next level, especially with Tatum and Halliburton now. And like I said, people don't want to hear this. Brunson's still averaging what he averaging, 28 and 5. Who went down? Who regressed? Now, yeah, Cat averaging more boards, but from what I heard from David Smith, we ain't bring Cat here for boards and for defense. We brought him here for offense. Yeah, 5-game winning streak, he's averaging under 20. Can your second player average under 20 and you win a championship? No, especially when we have other guys that are legit role players. So now we're going to depend on Hart, OG, and Mikal Bridges to get 20 plus a night? No, Cat is leaving niggas high and dry, and they are seeing it in real time, and they are fed up with it. And let's stop acting like we haven't seen him getting called out on live national TV. Let's stop the jokes. I'm going to call it how it is.
And every star teammate has called out Cat, right? And I think now I'm understanding Flea's point. He was called out before he came to the Knicks by Jimmy Butler, Ant-Man in the playoffs. So there is a level of arrogance if you're going to Jalen Brunson saying, yo, can you fix that? These are his flaws. There's no way you don't have a scouting report saying these are what his teammates said. This is what the film says. This is what he does. He didn't just start flopping. And there has to be, which we started to do, thanks to Flea primarily, is hold Brunson accountable and Leon Rose accountable. Y'all wanted him here. Y'all said this was the environment for Cat. Cat ain't changed.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing with OG. It's the same thing with OG. I watched the video. It was just his audio. Simply the audio, our OG. And all he's talking about is why the fuck we need Karl-Anthony Towns here right now. So what I'm saying is he knew what we were getting. You've watched him all year. For the last decade. You knew why you wanted him. You knew why you wanted Randle gone. You knew why you wanted the deal done. We are a year later, and he is the campaign manager of getting Karl-Anthony Towns the fuck out of here. So why I get at him all the time is, nigga, we know what we signed up for. We know there was gonna be some ups and downs with this shit.
Man, but hold on, you was with that too when Cat first got here. You were like, yo, hold on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but you were saying you were saying, hold on. What's so soft about him, Fabian? Like, what are you talking about?
I was with it.
Right. So it's not like he also didn't fool us. He fooled everybody because for those first 3 months as a Knick too. So it felt like it was somehow, oh shit. That's a part of the Jalen Brunson saga. The Jalen Brunson legendariness was that Cat got here and he ain't never been no MVP candidate. Ever.
But we were satisfied with the ultimate result of our season last year. So whether we as Knicks fans, I don't care what anybody says. Miss me with you thought you was gonna win a championship last year. Get the fuck out of here. No, everybody.
Hold on. No.
Get out of here.
Nah, I can't say everybody.
No. I've been consistent. I thought we was going.
I know.
We was right there.
You're different.
No. You know what it is? I'm right in a crazy way, and they don't understand it and don't get it. We was right there. We was right fucking there, Flea. We was right there.
And you believed when I was certainly like, this ain't championship defense, and they turned it up in the playoffs. But again, this is my point ultimately. It ain't just for 3 months. The Brunson, Leon Rose organization was supposed to be able to hold Cat down like this and figure out what he was. Where was this press conference a month ago when shit hit the fan? Now all of a sudden again, this is kind of front running to Flea's point. I think now I'm coming around to see what you were saying, Flea. This is kind of front running. So now you want to stage a press conference with them two when we got a 5-game winning streak. Now you guys could talk to each other in front of a camera.
Why? After 40 games? Why? That's why I asked about the PR move. What type of PR move is that? What type of cleanup is that? What are they? So that's the ultimate question I'm asking. Are you trying to tell us that they okay? Like shit is lit? Or are you trying to spin the narrative that, what OG interpreted? He ain't the only one that didn't interpret it like that. The body language, the sarcasm, the condescending tone. He's not the only one that could interpret it like that. So what are we doing? They should be up front answering questions together at all times.
Oh, boy, TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.